Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. This is episode 5 of Best of Intentions, a D&D 5th edition game that is part of the Adventurers League organized play campaign, Oracle of War. I'm Dale Friesen, and I'll be the Dungeon Master today, and joining me are 3 incredible performers, and it's an honor to have them here. We'll get them to introduce themselves, starting with Jacob. Jacob, who are you, and who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Jacob Burgess. I am an actor, a writer, and the director of operations for an indie video game publisher named Yizbert Games, and tonight I shall be playing the Warforged Rogue Bard, Patches.
Cool. Hey, Corey, who are you?
Hi, I'm Coriander Dickinson, work with LoadingReadyRun. Tonight, I will be reprising my role as Haller, the level 4 Warforged fighter.
Excellent. Andy, that brings us to you. Who are you?
Hi there, my name is Andrew Cowden, and I have the body of an aardvark from the waist down, and I am playing Marcel de Thrashk, a level 4 half-orc ranger.
Cool. Well, when we last left our heroes, you were at the House Cannith Expo site. You had hooked up a stolen boxcar to a locomotive that was controlled by someone from the Fey world, and you were about to leave when a group of people teleported in. Just to remind you, let me just pull up my notes so I make sure I don't leave anyone out, because they would be sad. There was a woman who was teleporting them in. She was a human. You had never seen her in person before, but you had seen her on some security footage from the X-17 from the expo site. She was present when a cardinal was talking to someone blurry. You also see Bivamar, a gnome. You've seen him before. I think you have his wallet or something similar.
Pre-hog-tied Bivamar.
There is a human woman named Zara. Last time you saw her, she had some headgear that put a halo over her head, but she doesn't seem to be wearing that this time. And finally, there's a goblin who is dressed all in black, including black headgear. And they have indicated that they are happy to take things from here. And I don't know where physically all of you are, because we didn't establish that. So you can just tell me.
Is Snitch in here with us? Did we get the helm into the bubble to hook up to the train car?
You got the car hooked up to the helm inside the bubble.
Okay.
And you opened up a gate in the bubble, and these people are all standing outside.
All right.
The bubble.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I would imagine that Patches is double-checking the connector between both cars, so he is in the middle of both cars and peeking his head around, or no, has climbed onto the engine to see what is happening.
Okay. Well, if you're actually double-checking the connection, that means I can give you some information. The hardware of the helm, which is the locomotive, has been affected by its time in the Mournlands and is missing some of the double checks that you normally see. So it has a really solid connection, but typically you would also have some chains, for example, going back and forth, or perhaps some other means of, you would be a belt and suspenders type person, but now you're just a suspenders type connection. But everything seems fine with those suspenders.
I love it when we don't have contingencies.
So Bivamar is all like, hey, I'll take it from here.
Yes.
I guess I had to be like, wait a minute. We have a mark for this car, the X17. So do you have a mark too?
We have everything that we need in order to take it from here.
And Marcel, who I believe is probably standing on top of the car on the lookout for undead that are
The boxcar? Sorry.
the boxcar, standing on top of the boxcar, wanted to get up high so he can play lookout. Shouts down to Holler and Marcel, "You see, this is what I'm talking about. This was my plan. We wait until they fixed it, and then we take it."
But that's stealing. This is stealing, Bivamar.
So the human woman who teleported them in is like, it sounds like you have this under control. And she teleports away.
We do, thank you. Let's go.
So, should we roll initiative, or is this a conversation?
So far, it's a conversation.
It seemed to be a very short conversation between Holler and the engine. Holler said, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
This is a good plan.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there are cowcatchers on typical helms in Eberron.
Right.
Which doesn't mean you can't run people over. So, as soon as you give the word to let's go, and it seems to be addressed to Snitch, then I think things are going to start happening. I think this would be an appropriate time to roll initiative. Does that sound good to anybody? Jacob, you look like you're objecting.
No. This is fear.
Oh.
20.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Call it out, Dale.
Will do.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, fear burps. Good. Good. Good.
Marcel?
I rolled a 4.
Patches?
15. Ooh. Strong. Back to tea. Hey, Holler. Have you ever wanted to be cow catcher?
I hadn't considered it, but now that you bring it up, yes, I would love to catch cows.
Great. Just hold on to the back and start kicking when we move.
That's not where a cow catcher goes.
No, it goes on the front. Just hold on to the front of the engine like this, and then start kicking.
Out front.
Yeah. There's no room for clever plan here.
No. That's how I like it. I think Marcel rolled a 4. I think he wasn't ready for the train to go just yet, and probably fell on his ass as the train pulled away.
You'll be happy to know he's going ahead of Bivamar.
Okay.
I am happy to know that. Normally, I have a giant soft spot in my heart for gnomes, but this gnome in particular can get fucked.
You want him to have a soft spot in his heart, or preferably like a gaping hole.
I would love that. I would prefer it if it were about, say, your shoe size.
The fact that Holler got a 20 is,
That means I get to go twice before everyone else, right?
Yes.
Oh, are we establishing that 20s mean you get to go twice before everything else?
It wasn't a natural 20. I just mean that it was a very high number.
I would like to say very quickly that no, we are not establishing that, because then that becomes a universal rule, and that would be very, very bad when it happens, because this is what the dice gods listen to.
It's happened to me once, so it's guaranteed to happen every other time from now on.
That's how statistics works.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, so I have finished entering everyone into initiative, and it looks like the 20 is going to go first. So, Holler, you're standing near the boxcar, is that right?
I was standing probably near the helm.
Oh, near the helm.
And I would like to just grab on and step up onto it.
Okay.
And is there anything flammable on the helm? Like, if I wanted to start a fire, how would I do that?
So there is a ton of like grease and oil everywhere on the helm.
Right.
Because Snitch likes to keep herself well able to move quickly. Speed is important to her, and you need lubrication for that.
Yeah, so if this was a regular locomotive, like a coal car or something like that, I would just go into like the boiler, like the coal box, and stick this rod inside to light it on fire. But I don't know if lighting the helm as a whole on fire would get me what I want.
I see. So there are lanterns that are there to like, so that you can see the dials and so forth.
Yeah.
Remember there were a bunch of things redlining last time, and Patch was like, ah, and you guys were all, ah.
It means the dials are working.
Yes. Yep. Yes. So those dials, in order to see them, there are lanterns to help you see them.
Okay, so I want to light the focus rod.
All right. You light the focus rod on fire, and you've entered the helm. You were looking in the boxcar last time and seeing the X-17, so the doors must still be open. I'm not sure that matters. Everything was strapped down. I'm just telling you that was the case.
Yep.
All right. So that was Holler. And then we have the goblin who was dressed all in black. And so she stops being a problem because she kind of somersaults behind the dome, and you can't really see her anymore. So that was very easy for you.
I like it when it's easy.
Yes. Zara casts a spell. And there is a whole lot of mist all around her, and she isn't there anymore either. So maybe it was even just a waste of time for us to go into initiative, because they're both just gone. Patches.
I was just wondering if perhaps, just out of curiosity, what her wild magic roll might have been.
Oh, thank you for asking me that, because I didn't mean to not do it.
No, I assumed you had. I was merely asking the result.
All right, well, thanks for having my back and asking.
I'm a helper.
You are? Oh, come on, wild magic is great. I would love for someone had a wild magic here.
I want it to go off right now.
Hell yeah.
I'd be all for it. She rolled a 13, which does not make any wild magic go chaotically. I will try to keep that in mind, but also please help me out if I forget to do a wild magic roll for someone.
If we make it through this campaign without someone turning into a swarm of ducks, I will be a little tiny bit disappointed. Just a little smidgen.
I want to know the difference between a swarm and a flock of ducks. I think ducks swarming would be absolutely horrifying.
I think a swarm is 10 flocks.
Yeah. And coordinated and talking to each other somehow.
It's like there's a person there, and then it's just a column of ducks, and then they fall to the ground and scatter into the shadows.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Maybe the person turns into like 10,000 bumblebee-sized ducks.
Whoa.
That'd be a swarm.
Oh, yeah.
But then they wouldn't be able to fly anymore. That's just cruel.
I guess
no, it's the Mornlands. They could still fly. I mean, there's a lot of things that they might be able to do that Jacob thought of and is not going to say because Then Dale will make it real.
Well, it is your turn.
Damn it. I'm going to... you said the door to the back where the X-17 was is open, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I would like to use
the side, like the boxcar doors,
Yeah,
right? Because you were standing there looking in. This is I'm just visioning things.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm going to cast Mage Hand
Uh-huh.
and close that door. And I
Okay.
will make my wild magic roll.
Cool.
If I turn into 10,000 bumblebee-sized ducks, Corey and Andy, I will never forgive you.
It's your fault for doing magic in a wild magic zone. Come on.
10.
Okay. We're looking for a more extreme number than 10, I fear.
Okay.
So that's
Fantastic.
totally fine. It works exactly as you
Marvelous.
expect, and the sides are now closed on the boxcar.
Excellent. Yes, then Mage Hand, and I close the side of the boxcar and lock it down.
Okay.
Yep. That is the only thing that I can do. I can use my move action to hold on tight.
Sure. Because you are standing on, like, the connector between the helm and the boxcar, if memory serves me right.
That's correct.
All right.
Yes.
And Snitch starts to accelerate. And I think that means she is going to whack into Bivamar unless he can succeed at a dexterity saving throw. And his dice suck tonight. So he takes a bunch of damage from a slow-moving train.
Hurrah!
What a beautiful game.
I mean, he's this complicated character, and I feel like you sort of have never really understood what he's doing or why he's doing it, but we're running into him with a train, so that's fun.
Well, at the
All right,
very
and
least,
you,
one aspect we know. The reason why he's screaming.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Fair
Got
enough.
that.
Really rounding out the character.
Yep.
Good point. And now you are out of the dome and hauling the boxcar, and you see a dwarf in the background. Like, whoop! What? What? What?
Everybody
I
wave.
think we should all wave, yeah.
It's Marcel's turn.
Oh wait, is this dwarf? Is this what was her name? An Andy? Is that one, or is it a random Kundarak dwarf?
I hadn't decided, which means you can decide. Who would you like this dwarf to be?
Well, it could be an Andy.
Okay.
And so I would say, I know it's been a while, and then I will set my eyes on Bivamar,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to lose this gnome twice, and I would like to cast as a bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Please do.
Yes, and that means I probably have to make a roll.
A swarm of ducks roll. Yes, please.
A swarm of ducks roll. Okay, here we go. That's a 3.
Oh, a 3 is not exciting enough of a number.
Wouldn't you know it? And so I look at Bivamar, and I do a little arcane gesture, and I shout down to him, "What was your damage deposit on your room in the parsonage?" And I'm going to try to, if he is, I don't know what kind of damage he's being taken by this slow train, but
That's okay, I do.
Okay, good. Well, then what Marcel is going to try to do is pin him to the track with an arrow. So he is going to take out his longbow, and I don't. It's what Marcel would do, I think. And he is going to fire this. And I don't know. I am on a slow-moving train. I don't know what that would be, advantage or disadvantage wise. But
Can you grab him?
oh, could I grab him?
You'd have to jump down off the train.
Yeah, that's
which
the
is
thing.
accelerating.
Like do an Arrow Flynn scoop up a gnome?
I could do an Errol Flynn scoop, and that would be more dramatically interesting than just killing. And he's probably damaged by this slow-moving train.
He's absolutely damaged by the slow-moving train.
Okay, well then, maybe I will do that, because I do want to know more. Rather than just killing him, perhaps I should just get some more information out of him. Maybe that'd be a more interesting story. So I would like to, I guess, make an athletics check to hop from the car onto the... Where was he in front of the train?
Well, he was, and now he's behind the train.
And now he's behind the train.
Well, so he would have been knocked off to one side, right?
Oh, I see.
Because Snitch rammed him and hurt him,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of went flying, and you've now gone past as you're accelerating away.
Absolutely. So is it possible given a good roll for me to get down on the side of the train holding onto some sort of bar and pick up this gnome in the other hand?
I mean,
it's
with how
possible.
initiative works, he could still be in flight.
He could still be in flight and catch him out of the air. Well, let's do that. I would like to grapple a gnome, if I could. Would that be an athletics check?
We're going to start with an athletics check.
Okay, let's do that.
This
Andy,
is going to be
you.
getting you into position.
Okay, good.
Thank you for doing this, Andy. I think all of us would like to know more.
It's my pleasure. It's a good idea. And that is a 15 plus 5 is a cumulative 20.
All right. I believe that means you get to tell us what happens.
Wonderful. Well, then I wave to Anandias. It's been a while. 1 moment, and I sort of drop down, get low, do a sort of barrel roll across the top, grabbing onto the edge of the cart with my right hand, leaning over and grabbing Bivamar out of there, just plucking him like a small injured apple. Okay. And then getting him towards me.
All right. So the plucking is going to need an attack roll.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that. So that's a natural 20. That's a nat 20.
So tell us.
Exactly. So he does this like he's getting out of bed. The kind of grace this is not even thinking about it. He waves to his longtime friend and just sort of tilts, turns, grabs, and in one fluid movement brings him towards him so that he's got his arm sort of here and Bivamar's head here, and Marcel is going to go, I like your cologne.
Like, just imagine this gnome's been, like, bonked in the forehead by a train, like, pinwheeled and cartwheeled and up and down, and then, like, snagged out of the air. Just, like, wind's knocked out of him. Like,
As you're there in just that one moment, Marcel, like, Patches, because he's in between the two, you just see his head sticking, like, around the corner. He's like, you're terrifying.
Merci beaucoup.
So first of all, I found that inspiring.
Oh, lovely.
I may have a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Second, so Bivamar has to react to everything that just happened. I think he's just going to squirm. I think he is going to instinctively just try to wriggle out of your hold.
oh, you got a squiggly little toddler there.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's up to. So you are going to try to grab him, and you need to make some sort of roll for grabbing him. You can make like another attack roll. You can make another athletics roll if you'd prefer to do that.
Okay. Well, let's see.
They're probably the same number.
Yes, they are at this point, I think. So let's do that. So in order to hold on to him, that's a 14 plus 5 is 19.
All right. So I got a 21.
Oh.
So I will point out that you do have hero points.
I do have hero points, and I don't want to let this little slippery boy get away.
I kind of don't want him to get away. I just think it's what he would do based on what just happened to him.
True,
You did just
true.
get an inspiration.
I did, but at a 19 with one of these, I bet I could.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I'll do that. I'll roll a. Was it a D6? Was it
D6.
Okay, here we go. Come on. That's a 3. 19 is 22.
That's enough. Honestly, I'm really glad you succeeded at that.
Right. So let's do some storytelling. So
Sure.
he really tries to get away and nearly does, and gets they get that toddler dead drop where they just go limp, and it's impossible to hold them up. And so he does that, and he nearly loses them, but he's able to use perhaps swing a bit on the train. And go, oh no, not yet. You still haven't told me what kind of cologne you use.
So the two of you are hanging off the side of the boxcar.
Mm-hmm.
And Patches is standing on the connector, and Hauler is in sort of the control area of Snitch. And it's Hauler's turn.
Okay, so the other people were to the side of the train as we were pulling away, right?
Yes,
And they're still back inside the bubble?
you cannot see any of the bad guys except Bivimar.
Guess I'm gonna have to crawl on top of the boxcar.
Okay. That is going to be like a DC 5 roll of some kind.
Athletics?
Sure.
17.
Cool. So you absolutely make it there.
Okay.
I mean, you're almost always going to make it. It's just there's a chance of it not working.
Yeah, so
That
can I
roll might get
hold like
higher.
an attack until I see people?
Okay.
Or does splitting the turn, would I have to do the move and the attack as my held?
So as an action, you can prepare an attack.
Yeah, I want to prepare to use the focus rod if I see the goblin or Zara again.
Okay. I see Jacob's hand.
No, I'm making sure that when her attack happens with the rod, that neither Marcel nor I are in a line that she can see.
Okay.
I've been lit on fire enough.
Not by me. You did that to yourself.
In general,
I'm gonna go grab onto fire with my bare hand.
It was
I'm gonna go
heroic.
roll around in some goo that's on fire.
All be Marcel, okay? I'm doing my best.
All right.
Patches
So
desperately wants to be as cool as Marcel.
And Marcel isn't bright enough to know he's cool, so it's you know.
all right. So I think Hauler is going to have a chance to do something.
Excellent.
Because a hatch in the roof of the boxcar opens up. And a goblin head wrapped in black pops out.
That seems like a good target.
It does. You can just shoot her with your focus stick.
I can just shoot her with the focus stick.
Yes.
Yes. I'm looking for the read up on that equipment that I added as a note to tell me what it even does.
It
Well, you
does.
see, it's very long.
Yeah. It shoots a lot of fire.
Okay.
What's this boxcar made out of? Is it made out of wood? Is it
There is certainly some wood in the construction,
okay?
but it's not all wood.
Okay.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Thanks, Andy,
Can you just
for
tell me
that
what kind
question.
of roll to make for the attack?
Oh, yes. It's a ranged attack, so you'll be using your dexterity modifier. And are you proficient with large sizzle vest weapons?
No, that's not on my list.
Okay. So I think you're adding your dexterity modifier to this person who's basically standing right in front of you. So I think you have advantage.
Okay. S- 16.
All right. Well, 16 is a very nice number. It is higher than her armor class. Now, when I was shooting you guys with this thing, I gave you a dexterity save to take half damage. So I hope you don't object that I will give her
Please do.
a similar. Yes.
Yep.
Seems only fair.
Only fair.
Corey is nothing if not fair to other people.
Well, my dice suck. So go ahead and give me 6d6 of damage, please. And I believe the final circle on the vest turns from orange to black.
19.
Okay, I take 19 damage.
Terrific.
That's a lot of damage.
It ain't no fireball, but you know, it'll do.
I mean, there are fireballs that do 6d6 of damage.
Yeah.
All right, so that was just her trying to climb out onto the roof, which she does, and then she's going to punch you.
Okay. I'm not holding my shield right now, so best time to do it, I guess.
Well, I'll just do that then. So, that is a 19 on the die. What's my target number?
14.
14. All right. So with her modifier, that is going to hit you for 8 points of damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
And then she's going to punch you again.
Oh no.
But this is going to miss you. And then she's going to punch you again. And she hits armor class 25.
Yeah.
So that will hit you for 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
Oh. She failed her save. She's on fire. I missed that. So I think she also missed that, and now at the end of her turn, when she's feeling good, like her clothes sort of burst into flame.
Okay.
Which is bad for her.
Ta, 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 ta. Oh no!
All right. So, from down below, you hear someone casting a spell. Now, before I do the spell casting, I'm going to roll a d20, and you can see that it's a 7, because we're all in the same space, and I'm rolling on the table in front of you.
100%. We have all hallucinated diligently.
Yes. So, 3 darts of magical force pop out and smack into Holler. So that is going to do a total of 10 points of damage to Holler. I feel like I'm being really
That's not good.
mean.
Yeah.
All right. It's Patch's turn. So, Patches, you can see Holler, but I don't think you can see anyone else on, I'm speculating, on the boxcar roof from where you are. But you see that Patches is kind of getting pummeled.
Holler's getting pummeled?
Holler is getting pummeled, sorry.
Just want to be clear. No,
Thank
that's
you.
fine.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's turn to get pummeled.
Yes, it is. Patches
So I
can
don't-
see Holler getting pummeled.
Okay, Patches can see Holler getting pummeled. Did I see where the magic missiles come from?
Well, they came from inside the boxcar. I don't know if you can see that, but you can probably infer it.
Excellent. Okay. Good. So they came from inside the door, correct?
So there's a there's sort of in the roof, there's a trap door that has been popped open.
Yep.
And that's where the goblin climbed out. And there are magic missiles from inside.
Hitting. Okay. Excellent. So Mage Hand is still active.
Okay.
How do I do this? I don't have enough actions. Okay, so
I could use a hand here.
I will go and inside. I will use my move action to go inside the boxcar.
Okay. So there surely must be a door like right in front of you connecting to the helm. Like there are definitely doors on the side, and I've established a trapdoor on top. But I think most train cars would have a door at either end.
Okay. Yes, I would imagine, to get in between cars.
Yes. So how are you moving into the boxcar is my question.
Through that door.
Through that door. All right. So you open the door.
Unless there's a window and I can see inside first.
In a boxcar, I'm trying to picture boxcars. I don't think they typically have windows.
Then I will enter that door and I will take a look about.
All right.
I do something very silly.
The X-17 is in here, and it's on fire. And there is Zara, the human woman, in here, and she is pointing up at the trapdoor in the ceiling of the boxcar.
Okay. The X-17 is on fire.
Yes.
Fantastic. Hold on just one moment. I just need to take a quick look at prestidigitation. So is it completely on fire, like completely engulfed in flames, or it's just started?
It's just started. There was this incredible stream of fire that came straight down into the boxcar. I suspect that parts of the floor of the boxcar are on fire.
I see. Excellent. Then it looks like my action will be to cast prestidigitation.
Okay.
And put that fire out.
All right.
Because it says I can snuff out a candle, like a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. So if it's about small campfire size, I can put it out.
Would you like to extinguish the X-17 or the boxcar itself? I would say you could do either of those, assuming you are not a swarm of bumblebee-sized ducks.
I am going to make sure that I am not a swarm of bumblebee-sized ducks. 6. So, yes, indeed. I would like to put out the X-17.
Okay.
Because my next turn will take care of the rest of the fire, I hope.
Okay, well, I guess we'll find out.
Yep. But do I see the person?
Zara? Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. All right.
She was the one who dissolved into mist.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Snitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Bonus action to Bardic Inspiration, Holler.
Okay.
And that gives me a d6 on...
that gives you a d6 on ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
Yep. It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Would that apply to a second wind?
I don't know.
I don't think... Isn't second wind rolling one of your hit dice?
It's a d10, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's one of your hit dice, so it's not going to count, I don't think.
Snitch has accelerated. Marcel.
Yeah, maybe. I would like to do two things. I would like to do some actiony stuff, and then I would like to say something briefly to Bivamar. But what I would like to do, because I'm hanging off of him, I've got him. I've got one arm holding onto the corner of the boxcar, and I've got Bivamar in under the other arm. What I would like to do is swing us both up onto the roof, pin him down, and I have 50 feet of rope in my gear. I would like to start hog tying this gnome friend.
Well, let's start with the athletic swinging that you're proposing.
Okay.
How does that go?
Let's find out together. That's an 18.
So it sounds like it's going to go well for you.
Yeah, +4 is a 22.
Nice. So with a 22, you swing the both of you up onto the roof of the boxcar, where you see Holler looking in not the same shape that they were in the last time you saw them.
Right.
You also see the black-clad goblin who is on fire. You also see an open trap door with smoke coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are welcome to ignore everything that I just told you and carry on with your little storyline here.
Very good. Well, I think I will help. I will still help, but in an indirect way. I will. I would like to pin this gnome down, to take out my rope and start hog tying him. I'm not sure if I have to roll for that, but I will say very clearly to him, "You should call off your friends now, or I will drag you behind this train until it blows up."
I think at this point, the goblin says, "Oh, yeah, you were right, boss. We are the good guys."
I'm fine with this.
So, you can grab your rope. It's probably like hanging on the side of the backpack. So that's just your interaction. I think what I would like is an attack roll to try to like pin him using the rope. You're not going to be able to get him hogtied this turn, but you are going to be able to like really immobilize him.
Sure thing. And I'll roll for that. That is a 2, but you know, I have inspiration.
Yes, you have.
And so I will use that. That's a 3. Yeah.
Right. So you have still well, okay, so would you like to storytell this 3 or would you like me to storytell this 3?
If you have a good idea, I can't think of
I could
how
make
that
it
would
multiple
shake out.
choice.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so choice 1, you have him firmly grabbed, but your rope has flown out of your grasp and is now rapidly far behind the train.
Okay.
Option 2, you have a very light hold on him, and you have a very light hold on the rope, and he also has a hold of the rope, and might be trying to loop it around you or somehow use it to his advantage.
Right.
Option 3, you have the rope, but it has come unraveled, and part of it is hanging down into the boxcar and has caught fire. You still have him firmly held in this case. Option 4.
That sounds pretty good. That one sounded like the best.
Okay.
Where the rope is partially on fire that I'm tying him with.
Yes.
Or
Number 2 is like I'm just going to handcuff myself to the enemy,
Yeah.
which is also fun. It's like you're tying each other up to each other.
You're not going anywhere.
All right. So you are holding the rope. You are holding him. The rope is on fire.
Sounds good.
All right. And it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, Bivamar.
No.
So,
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, this is not his wheelhouse. All right. So, he doesn't like the idea of being tied with a burning rope. So, he's just going to try to wiggle out again and do a bad job of it. May I have an athletics check, please?
You got it. That's 15 plus 4 and is 19.
All right. So he is not a good wriggler. He should be. He just has really cold dice tonight. But that's okay because I have people with hot dice and their turns are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But first we have Holler. How's it going, Holler?
It's good. This goblin's been punching me, which seems really weird because it's small and I'm really big. So I want to punt it off the train.
Okay.
Either that or I'm probably still holding the focus rod so I could swing it like a bat. But
Yeah.
either the unarmed strike or some sort of modified unarmed strike would work. Right?
Yes.
Or would be also the shove, kind of like I did with that lady in the column of fire.
Yep. Any of these, you tell me what you want to do and we'll make it happen.
Well, it's more just like which one pushes the goblin off the train.
Oh, well, a shove definitely would.
All right.
Yes. Yep.
And I've
do you
totally
want to roll for
forgotten how
that?
that works.
I got it. So, the target must be no more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check, contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics check. If you succeed automatically if the target is incapacitated. If you succeed, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet from you. So you have to beat them. You roll strength, they roll either, or you roll athletics, sorry, and they roll either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. So athletics and add the inspiration. 18.
That is going to beat me.
Whew.
Well, now we get to name this goblin Mama, because you threw her from the train.
No!
All right, and she is going to take some damage from that.
Oh, and I'm going to bonus action second wind
Okay.
so that I can have some health back.
Wow. All right.
You didn't
Well,
even
that
have to
was
use your bardic
exciting.
inspiration.
I regain 13 health.
Woof. Wow.
That is kind of nice.
It is.
All right, so it's her turn. So you see her, and she took some damage from falling, but not as much as you might expect. She does kind of a superhero landing. And then as you're speeding away from her, you see her do like a partial somersault forward and then vanish.
Oh well, she's still on fire.
It's Zara's turn, but there is someone in the boxcar with her now.
It's Patches.
It is Patches. And the boxcar is on fire.
Lightly. Lightly on fire.
Lightly on fire.
Lightly
All
on
right.
fire.
Well, she absolutely knows how to get away from Patches because she has faced Patches before. So she casts a spell and disappears. Sorry, unless she's a duck. But she is not.
Excellent.
Catch 20 quack. Is that anything? I don't know if that's anything. Anyway.
It's probably a Howard the Duck comic.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's Patches' turn.
Excellent. I cast See Invisibility.
Well, does it work?
I mean, it just works. It just goes.
No, I mean, are you a duck?
Yeah, you get a Princess Tutu or not? Sorry, it's
3.
based on Swan Lake.
Okay,
She turned
sorry.
into a duck.
I should have said, Jacob, will you please make a wild magic roll? That would have been much clearer of me.
No, that's fair. No, I got it. I just didn't want to get it.
Okay. So,
Yes,
you can see her.
I can. I would like to be very fancy and still pretend that I can't.
Okay. I will give you advantage on a bluff check to pretend that.
Marvelous. Deception. First roll is a 15. Second roll is a 11, so 15.
Cool. That's pretty good. You seem to have fooled her.
Fantastic.
All right. She has been moving around the X-17 trying to get to the door to the helm, which is the doorway you're standing in.
Yes. Excellent. I'm going to actually back up against the door and pretend I can't see her. Be like, oh no, she disappeared. And then block the door like this.
Okay. I'm sort of picturing the door as being open. Do you want to close it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
With Mage Hand.
Sure.
I can use my other action to just be like, and just be like, I can't see you. Oh no, where is she? Where could the lady be?
All right. Anything else?
I can't do anything else. Yep.
All right.
Can't see Marcel, right? Nope. Can't. Yeah, I can't see anybody else.
The way I'm picturing it, you can't. Like, I'm sort of trying to imagine the
totally.
boxcar, and you're at one end, and they're like on the roof, and there's a trap door.
Yep. I can see up, and I can see everything being probably a little bit more than lightly on fire.
Right.
Oh, for the ability to cast more than one spell at a time. So I'm done.
I'm just going to add the fire to the initiative, just to remind myself that I need to burn things. Such as, for example, the goblin lady. She should be taking fire damage.
Certainly.
Yes, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like just a tiny, itty bitty fire, right? It's just like this big, right? It's a small fire. It's not going to be a problem.
So last turn, it was like a campfire.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so Snitch accelerates, and we are already back at Marcel.
Okay. So the goblin has disappeared as of right now, and we don't know where she is.
Correct.
I don't know what's happening in the car down below.
Correct.
Oler is where right now? Where are
By
they?
the trapdoor.
By the trapdoor. Okay.
Very close to you.
Very close to me. Well, and I have this. I've got Bivamar pinned down, and I've got a flaming rope in the other hand. So what I would like to do is grab the flaming rope and put it in Bivamar's face, and say, "Perhaps you weren't listening the first time. Call off your friends, or I drag you behind the train. And now the rope you will be dragged with is on fire."
So, I would like you to make an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Will do. Let's do that. That's either a 3, thank goodness for that advantage, or a 16 plus... What's my intimidation? I think it's pretty good. Intimidation is +2, so that's 18.
Okay. So he's kind of intimidated, and so your demand is call them off, or I'll drag you with a flaming rope.
I'll drag you with a flaming rope behind this train.
Well, they don't work for me, but I'll give it a try. Be called off. Stop doing your jobs.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, can I go now? It's still your turn. He's just shouting on his turn.
Oh, I see. I think that has really thrown Marcel, because he thought he was hiring these guys. I say, and he does say exactly that. He says, and he says, screw it, and he just punches him in the head.
Okay.
Can I do an attack roll?
Yes.
All right.
Right at his little cheeky face.
Right, his little cheeky
I think you
face.
should have advantage on this attack roll.
Okay. That is a 3. Thank goodness for attacks for advantages, and that is a 6 plus.
Oh.
I don't know, 6.
All right. So the train is now going actually quite quickly because Snitch is accelerating unsafely. So we can blame your miss on that.
Sure.
And your proximity to the gnome, who has been rolling terribly the entire night. It's the gnome's fault.
Yes. Speaking of, What is he gonna do? Like, last time he would just cast invisibility, but you're leaning on the guy. Like, casting invisibility is not going to do him anything, and is also going to be awkward. I think he's
you can
just...
still smell
him. Sorry, what was that, Jacob?
Oh, and he can still smell him.
Yeah.
Yes. However, my dice are not being complete jerks, so I have a 17. What is your roll to hang on to him, please?
Sure, yeah. Probably athletics again,
Sure.
I'm hoping. 17 is an 8 plus 5 is 13.
All right, so I think he has wriggled out of your grasp after doing what you told him to do.
True, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, sure, I hired them, but we're all working for the same boss. So it would just be really good if you gave this to us. You're evil. Does that mean you're susceptible to bribery?
I mean, one of those is true.
Okay, so now there's fire.
Okay.
So the rope burns, and the boxcar burns, and the goblin lady, she's not here anymore, but I'll just...
She's with us in spirit. And
She's
with
with
fire.
you in spirit.
All fires are connected.
So, it feels like we're mostly done here, right? Holler, are you just going to sit back and take a break?
I'm going to jump in the trapdoor.
Okay. So, if you mean that literally, your fall will be broken by the X-17, so you won't have to take any falling damage. There is also a bit of a ladder.
Yeah, I use the ladder mostly.
Okay.
The X-17 shouldn't be right underneath the ladder.
It's in the boxcar. Like, this is just some sort of emergency access. This isn't how you normally go in and out of the boxcar.
Yeah, okay. I'll use the ladder.
Okay.
And gently enter the burning boxcar with the burning X-17 in it.
So, Patches is in here, apparently slacking off. There's no one else in here.
Yep.
The boxcar's on fire.
Uh...
If you have to breathe, you should make some sort of smoke inhalation roll.
It's not a problem.
Nope. We just
just for me then, huh?
Mesquite now.
Yeah.
Yep. We're just a couple of mesquite warforged now.
So, Holler, what you doing?
I guess I start patting out the fire. Is that like a fire suppression system or
So the fire suppression system is supplied by House Orion in the form of, there's usually an attendant on each train who will take care of that.
So like a bucket of sand nearby, or
if this boxcar has been regularly maintained, yes, but it has been many years since this boxcar has seen any use. So I feel like you might have some trouble, but Jacob has his hand up.
I would perhaps make the gentle argument that if Patches, a duly representative agent of House Orion, and even though he doesn't have a butt, incredibly anal retentive, if he was the one setting all this up, he would have done everything by the book.
I agree with that. But what happened... So why don't we give you a roll to see if you did some stuff? Because you showed up in the dome, and this was already ready to go. Yeah. Because remember, the dwarfs...
We didn't have any time to do this.
Yeah.
I understand.
But, you might have had some time. So if you can give me at least like a 16 on an intelligence, and this, I'll give you a proficiency on your... because your house... You've done this job.
Okay. Understood. So just a straight up intelligence.
With proficiency.
With proficiency. Yes.
Did you get a 16?
20. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you had time to do a couple things, including what? A bucket of sand?
I would say definitely a bucket of sand.
All right. So
because of who I travel with, there is most likely going to be fire, and it turns out I was right.
That seems reasonable, if perhaps less exciting than I was going to be doing with you traveling in a burning boxcar at high speeds.
I'm so sorry for being boring.
That's okay. We never seem to get through all of my stuff anyway. So, if you like, Holler, you can spend your turn putting out the fire, spreading the sand on...
Yeah, I mean, there's no enemies in here. It's just Patches.
Right.
I'm like, whatever he's doing, which is nothing.
Okay.
I'm just like, looks like everything's
Same
on fire, and
things
we
as
won't
a
get
free
paid
action,
if
right?
this is gone. Like, if it didn't work, if it's in chunks, it's probably not going to work if it's a burned out husk.
Yes,
So I'm
that's
gonna
great.
put the
That's all
fire
very good.
out.
There's somebody invisible in here. There's an invisible person. There's an invisible person. She's probably just like talking to herself, like, or talking to themselves, I should say, like putting out the fire.
Yep.
Okay, great.
All right. So, Patches is blocking the door to the helm, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, Zara cannot easily get past, but Holler is no longer standing at the top of the ladder. So, Zara is going to grab the ladder and climb up onto the roof of the boxcar, which Marcel, I believe, cannot see because she is invisible.
Yes. Patches is now going to start yelling, "She's turned invisible, she's on the roof!"
And it's conveniently your turn.
Fantastic. So she thinks she got away scot-free. Patches-free, I should say.
Yeah.
Patches will go to the top of the ladder. Where is she?
She is at the front of the boxcar getting ready to climb down to where she can get into the helm controls.
Fantastic. Then she is within 15 feet of me currently?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to use my last level 2 slot to cast Thunder Wave at level 2. And if she fails a Constitution save at DC 12, she flies 5 feet off of the train. Regardless, she's going to take a goodly amount of damage. And that goodly amount of damage will be 13.
Okay. So I got an 11 on that save unless you guys have given me inspiration. Has anyone given me inspiration?
No.
Not yet. Not
All right.
yet.
So she is going to fly off the train. How much damage did you say she took from your magic?
From my magic was 13. Hold on, let me just 1 second and let me make this, let me check my duck luck.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
For duck luck.
Wow.
I get to the top and look directly at her as she's about to climb down. It's just like, House Orion bids you adieu. This is your stop.
Well.
Safe travels.
So, she is hurt. You don't know how hurt. I don't think you have an easy way to find out how hurt. So she is injured and flying off a train in the Mournlands.
Yes.
Okay.
She started it.
So I have removed her from initiative.
Marvelous.
Okay, so Snitch is going at dangerous speeds. This happened before down on the main line, but everything was completely fine. There had been some people who had secured those conductor stones, and maintenance occasionally gets done by salvagers, though officially there are no working lines in the Mournlands. Now, you guys... Oh, I see Jacob's hand.
I apologize. Just as a reminder, we
Yes.
very specifically set up a couple of conductor stones that could be easily knocked out after we pass them.
It's interesting that you should bring that up, because I was about to bring that up.
That we did that.
Yes.
Without
Yeah,
showing or
that
telling
was
anybody.
Our great plan.
Right.
We
It was
had.
our great plan.
And those conductor stones were safe to use by helms operating within safety parameters.
Fantastic.
You are not with such a helm at this time. So, as you go over a conductor stone at unsafe speeds, it flies sideways, spinning over, and the entire train, by which I mean the helm and the boxcar, lurch and are temporarily not all the way 45 degrees, but maybe 20 degrees. And then the helm rights herself. If any of you understand the language of the Fae, what she is saying is, well, no, I'm not seeing it. So it's high pitched and excited.
Yeah.
Excited good?
Sorry, Jacob.
Excited good? Happy excited?
Well, perhaps.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
Our lives might depend on it. I got a natural 1. Lie to me.
Hey, Andy and Corey, what does Jacob think with his natural 1 on this insight roll?
Let's see. What the Fae that's being shouted is?
Yeah.
Is he excited?
It could be
Sad?
it could be an alarm that says that the boiler is about to blow. It could be that.
Yeah.
That seems.
Or like, we're gonna make our own road.
Yeah, where we're going, we don't need roads.
It's time to experience true freedom.
Good.
Yeah. All right. So the conductor stones do serve a number of purposes. Most of them to do with safety, but also to do with steering, and there are some things built into them to help people running a helm that might be getting out of control. This helm is certainly out of control and no longer has any of that stuff from the conductor stones. And you are no longer heading toward your base. You are now heading deeper into the Mournlands.
Ooh.
The boxcar is on about a 20% angle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Marcel's turn.
Sacre bleu. Goodness gracious. So Zara and the goblins seem to be out of the picture for good, judging by the initiative tracker there. So not just hiding and
I mean,
lying
you
in wait.
punted them off a very fast-moving train. I'm not going to Deus Ex Machina them back in.
Cool. Okay. Well, gosh, I don't think there's much more I can do to Bivamar. I don't want him to get away, but now there's this train problem, and Marcel is not good. It's not his forte. So I wonder. I was though grappling him and trying to tie him up hasn't worked. So I wonder if I should just. I look to Bivamar and I say, "Hey man, are you cool? It seems the circumstances have changed somewhat."
Yeah, he's like scrabbling at the roof. speaking of which, on each of your turns, any of you on the roof will have to make a nice, easy DC 7 roll of like acrobatics or athletics or balancing on a high-speed train that's at a 20-degree angle of some sort.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do that right now, and that is an 8 plus
Lovely.
4 is 12.
Easy peasy.
And so I guess as we're scrambling on the back, I can reach out and get a hand on him and say, "We are going to have to talk in a second."
All right, so if you want to grab him, that's an attack roll.
Okay, I can do that. Because I don't want to lose him after all this stuff, and I'm not sure what I can do to help with the train. I don't know how these things work. That is a 5.
All right, so you don't grab it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. I feel really bad for the guy that does know how the trains work. That guy's he's screwed.
Oh, well, I know how the trains work, and I'm actually pretty happy.
Yeah. I feel confident that I know how the trains work. I'm doing great.
So, Bivamar, I think, is just going to say, yeah, cool. And he's going to try to get inside the boxcar where he's not in danger of sliding off the roof.
Okay. Good. I take that as a win.
And he...
I guess he sees me in there.
Right. Also, he needs a 7 to not slide off the roof.
Oh.
I think that Marcel can make a reflex save. No, probably this is like a reaction.
Okay.
You can react to Bivamar sliding off the roof to try to grab him.
Okay.
So this is just an attack roll.
All right. Come on. That is a 6 or a 9. Wait, my D20 doesn't have line. No, it lines under the that. No, that's a 6. There's a line under it.
So I think Bivamar slides off the roof. I'm going to give him a dexterity save to try to grab something as he's sliding off.
Well,
Okay.
he's been rolling spectacularly tonight, so I think this is going to go very well.
Yeah. He's going to nail it.
Yeah. You know what? Andy, will you roll his D20 for him? Because I'm using the same dice for all the NPCs, but it just hates Bivamar.
Sure
So
thing.
since you love Bivamar so much...
I kind of do. I feel like I've had the strongest relationship with Bivamar out of any other character in this game so far,
That's
including.
one way to put it.
So let's go. Come on, that's an 8.
Oh.
Did you use your hero dice already?
I did, and I don't have any inspiration.
And I can't give you Bardic Inspiration as a reaction either.
All right, so Bivamar slides off.
Oh.
Which, I mean, on the one hand, means there are no more antagonists. On the other hand, you are not going where you want to go.
Uh-huh.
And I think Snitch is just going to shout out, "Hey, do you guys know what happened?"
You need to slow down. Now!
That's never the solution.
You need to go very, very fast.
Okay.
So fast in the opposite direction that you stay still.
Opposite direction.
That you stay still.
So I think she's going to make a dangerously tight turn. Can hover trains drift?
Yes.
Yes. A lot of mass on that back end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what do we have to figure out here? Everyone who's inside the boxcar obviously is in no danger of sliding anywhere.
Yep, that's one of the things.
We need to make sure that the connection maintains its hold for
We
the
do.
helm and the boxcar.
Yep, we need to figure that out.
All right.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Oh, yes.
Why God hates us and wants us to be unhappy.
Oh.
We should probably figure that out too. Yeah, yep.
Well,
that's what I got.
So Bivamar was wearing a holy symbol of the Church of the Silver Flame. Now, the Church of the Silver Flame nominally is the organization that keeps the planet from being overrun with infinite demons.
Yep. They're fighting
Yet at the
demons
same
all the
time,
time.
they seem to hate us.
They really do, which is weird. Demons are evil. We're...
I'm trying to think of something good we have done.
We have brought jobs to the local economy.
There we are.
Honestly, you've brought joy to Snitch.
Yeah. There we go. There we
Right?
go.
Excellent. Just a Fae-possessed ghost train. Good. Okay,
so
good.
I've rolled for the connection between the helm and the boxcar, and it is holding for now.
Okay.
Is there anybody who is not inside the boxcar who should be making some sort of roll to not go flying?
Yes, I should.
Okay. Is there anybody who's done something cool who doesn't have inspiration who should get inspiration?
I knocked the lady off into the Mornlands.
That was kind of
knocked
cool.
the lady off into the foreign lands.
That was kind of
Yeah.
cool. Marcel knocked a dude off into the Mornlands.
It's true.
I think that, for what your team does, hurling people off of a moving train counts as heroic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's the Rough Rider way.
There you
Very
go.
The ride doesn't get any rougher than this.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So, I'm not on the boxcar. I wasn't on the boxcar. Like, I had gotten up to the helm to knock her off. No, I was on the boxcar.
You were on the
Oh
boxcar.
god. Yeah. it
Were
was.
you partway through the trapdoor, or were you standing on the boxcar?
I think it was. No, I was standing on the boxcar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's have some rolls, please.
Cool.
Alrighty.
And you can tell me what you're rolling, because everybody has different skills and different proficiencies. If you're hunkering down and trying to be strong, that's athletics. If you're trying to balance, then that's acrobatics. You tell me how it's going and what you're rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcel is gonna hunker down and try to grab the top of the boxcar for all he can, but he rolled a 13.
Okay. And how did Patches do?
Badges is surprisingly strong, as a matter of fact. So he's gonna hunker down and just grab onto both ends of the opening for the boxcar and be like, "Oh no."
Okay. And how do you do?
17.
Oh, okay, great. So you're both okay during this ridiculous U-turn.
Okay, good.
I do feel that the boxcar goes from being 20 degrees in one direction to being 25 degrees in the other direction.
Okay.
So, Holler, you're inside the boxcar, and you get kind of tilty.
So I should roll.
No, I'm just making
Okay.
sure you know that this is happening. Yeah, you're totally fine.
How's our fire doing?
Oh, you put it out.
I put the whole thing out?
It was like a campfire, and you poured a bucket of sand on it.
Okay, I'm less worried about that now. So I guess we have time to somewhat communicate our current needs to each other as a team.
Yeah, but you should do that after the break.
Oh!
Thank God.
Hi, and welcome back. So, to sum up, our players are in great shape. They're basically winning. They've gotten rid of all of the bad guys, and they have retrieved one of the two things that they were asked to retrieve 4 sessions ago, and they have it in a boxcar on a train that is flying around excitedly, admittedly without any sort of direction. And I believe that well, all right, so Snitch says, hey, the agreement was we were going to go straight from one place to another place, and now we're not going there. So I guess the agreement's off? I think you guys owe me a penalty.
Circumstances out of our control kicked you onto a different path. Our agreement was you got us from one place to specifically and to
Salvation.
Salvation, thank you, not sanctuary. To salvation, and we need to get to salvation. It is not our fault that we are going in a different direction. You need to go back and get us there. That was the agreement. There is no penalty.
So for that whole it's not our fault thing, how do you feel about making a deception roll?
I mean, I would like to instead make a persuasion roll because,
Sure.
I mean, I'm not lying per se because it's not really our fault. It's Patch's fault. 15.
15.
Yes. Yep. Pretty much the lesson that I'm learning from this is don't try to be clever.
I don't know that this is the team for clever.
It is not the team for clever. No.
Oh, that's our new slogan for the Rough Riders. Not the team for clever.
I
We're gonna
mean,
get t-shirts made.
I have enjoyed past instances of Jacob being clever.
Thank you so much. I have too, when it works, and it so rarely does. But yes, I got a yes.
You got
say what I got?
15 on your persuasion.
15. Yes, thank you.
All right. So, you're lying to the Fae, and she believes you.
I am not lying. Again, my fault, not our fault. I specifically said our.
All right.
This
Deceiving?
being a corporation.
I'll go with the word deceiving.
Misleading, gently. Misleading.
Stating a non-truth.
So,
I just snorted water.
Oh god, it wasn't the lead. That would have been really bad. Oh.
so
Please continue, Dale.
if we picture the track you were on as being one arm of a downward Y, you have now split onto another path. But you have convinced her to do this 180 and zoom back toward, back up that Y. This is going to lead you back toward the expo site. Right, just based on the directions that you've been traveling and what you have talked her into doing.
100%. I hope we have talked her into going the proper way to salvation.
So,
we're going to have to make another one of these turns, and 2 Warforged are going to learn how to vomit.
I kind of feel like that is where we're going with this, yes. Unless you have a better idea.
I have tons of better ideas. They haven't been working, Dale.
Oh, I really enjoy your better ideas not working. Why don't we have that happen again?
So when I was like, hey, our team can talk to each other, my assumption was that Patches would be like, hey, here's the list of things we have to do. We've got to make sure this coupling stays together.
Yes.
And, well, we've already taken care of the fire, but, like, get Snitch to slow down so we're not running hot and get back on the track.
All of those things, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I know Holler can probably help hold the coupling together. Holler would definitely volunteer to do that, or maybe just
Yep.
do that if you say it's a problem.
Yep.
So what I'll say then is once you open the boxcar and start supporting that, when I roll to make sure the cars stay together, I'll roll with advantage. Does that sound fair, Corey?
That sounds great.
Okay.
I personally think because Marcel is charming and already has rapport with the magical speed demon, I think perhaps Marcel should be giving directions as our resident tracker.
Is it all right? I can do that, and I make my way to the helm, and I say, "Hello, Snitch! Oh, this is most entertaining. No, what an eventful day! All right, we're doing okay. And if anything, maybe I can be a little distracting in my maybe get them to slow down a bit. You're doing so well, my friend. We're approaching the Y right now. It's just listing a little bit. If we correct a little that way, thank you. We appreciate the not dying. It's much better to be staying alive. Thank you.
So you're asking her to make a correction?
Yeah, sort of lean into the turn so we don't fly off the track, sort of thing, and
all right.
don't list off.
And Jacob, was that a hand up?
Yes. I would like to try to see, because now we're going back the other way. Patches is still got this awesome Marcel thing that he did. And he's like, well, now there's an opportunity for me to do that, because the gnome's out there somewhere. So if there's a way for me to scoop up a gnome, I would like to try to take that opportunity.
Oh, wow.
That's right. And I know I could let you know where that gnome is, because I still have Hunter's Mark on them.
Yes, you do.
Great. All right. That sort of justifies allowing the attempt. So let's absolutely go with that then.
This isn't the group for clever.
All right. So what are the steps you're going to have to do here? You're going to have to see the gnome. You're going to have to position yourself while this is going on, and then you're going to have to actually grab the gnome. Now, correct. I think that for seeing the gnome, you've got the Hunter's Mark going for you, so we can kind of hand wave that a little.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
And then I guess it's just a matter of an athletics roll and then an attack roll.
Excellent. Well, I have an athletics roll of a nat 20.
Whoa!
Which is a total of 20.
Same roll. The athletics roll to pick up Bivamar.
Yep.
It was meant to be.
But everybody's so busy with their own thing, nobody's going to see Patches do this.
No, I'm like down between the cars, like holding on, just be like, now I'm part of this connection.
Yeah.
If this works, he's going to come up with the gnome and be like, huh?
You're just going to toss him off again. You're just it's not worth it.
Okay.
All right. So now we're coming into this turn, and Marcel has encouraged Snitch to really lean into the turn. And instead of going the easy way on the Y, to do like another radical turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that not what you were? I'm.
That's definitely what Snitch understood.
Yeah.
Corey.
Well, because you were saying you wanted to go back toward salvation.
Yep. We have to turn around again.
Okay.
Get on the correct path.
All right. So everybody who is inside a boxcar or the helm does not have to roll to see that you're okay. I feel like Holler definitely has advantage on this roll. In fact, Holler, realistically, I don't see how Holler could slip off, because you're just kind of tied to everything.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you'll go either with the helm or the boxcar.
Okay.
If it doesn't hold together.
All right.
All right. So should I make that roll first?
Yes.
All right.
So I just want to be clear. I got the gnome, nobody saw me, and I just kind of walk into the helm next to Marcel, and I'm just dejected. I got a gnome.
Oh, so you made the attack roll as well?
Oh, no. I didn't know if... I thought maybe my nat 20 had gone past that. No, I will make the attack roll while all of this nonsense is happening.
So I'll tell you what, you have to make one more roll. It can either be the attack roll or it can be the roll to stay with the train.
Oh, I'm going to make the attack roll if
Okay.
that's all the same to you.
It is. That's why I'm giving you the choice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to use that inspiration, and I'm going to roll that again because that was a 7.
Oh, yeah. I should roll my advantage because I rolled a nat 1 on keeping the train together.
Ooh.
And then I rolled a 12. So you're fine.
Excellent.
I feel like it's just hard on Holler. You're like,
Yeah.
And then,
my attack roll to scoop up the gnome is a 12.
okay. Have you used your hero point?
My roll to scoop up the gnome is a 13.
I'm going to give it to you.
Ow.
And
I will take your pity. I don't care.
I feel like
It's
with
so much
inspiration
better.
and a hero point, you get a... Yeah. And I think Vivamar is like, oh, come on!
So please, like, by the time Patches walks into the helm with him, he's just like, disgruntled.
Yep.
Yes.
Like, I've got him scooped up, and it's like, you do smell nice.
All right. So you are now heading in the right direction, and you have passed the first of the 3 conductor stones that you did tricky things on.
Cool.
Good. Is there anything that I can do to get us to be more stable, like inside the actual helm?
Well, I think that now that you're back on the stones, the boxcar is going to right itself, because it has a conductor stone on the bottom, and this is one of the purposes of these conductor stones.
Yep.
I think you are quite stable inside the helm, but you know that there are 2 more of these modified conductor stones coming up.
Indeed.
And you know where they are, because you did it.
Yes. And if there's anything that I can do mechanically in here to slow this thing down, I would like to do that.
Oh. You could try to take control away from Snitch, yes.
Oh, that seems like a real bad idea. Group
That's why I'm saying yes to it.
Yes.
opinions?
I think we should try to persuade the train to do what is the good thing to do.
I actually think that's a far better idea because I don't need a sentient train mad at us
True.
while we're
But
in
the
it.
Fae are so nice all the time.
You're
Yeah,
full of
yeah.
10 lies.
So you're gonna need to, like, pitch this as something fun, like a fun
Oh,
challenge. Or you're
absolument.
gonna have to bribe Snitch more with promises.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what you get, Marcel?
What?
You get some bardic inspiration.
Oh, merci beaucoup. And I say, well, in that case, I say to Sneech, oh, Sneech, oh, you're so fast. We are very impressed with the speed you have going, but
Yes, yes, yes.
but here is the tricky part. If you can see the train, the stones up ahead, they are very tricky stones, and we have reached the point where we must see your agility as well. Are you both fast and nimble, or are you a one-trick train?
I am definitely fast. This new body is not what I would call nimble. I could try spinning. I've never fully spinned upside down.
Oh,
And she tries to do something and she can't, because that's the point of the conductor stones.
right, exactly. And what? Now, explain to me again. What is the risk of these conductor stones? We're going to hit another one, and it's going to set us off course again.
Or crash us.
There are a whole bunch of conductor stones, and normally they're really helpful and they do all of the good things. But you guys have arranged that there are 3 that are super easy to kick out. Now, as long as Snitch is being slow and careful, they will be completely fine.
I see.
But you have never seen Snitch be slow and careful.
Yes. All right. Well, what would persuade this train to go slower?
I already tried my thing, and it didn't work. Go so fast in the other direction you stay still, and then it went nope, and then
it went yep, and went really fast. Because you did do two things at once. You were like, we have to get back there, and and your go slow fast, you're stopping.
Yes, this is not the group for clever.
Well, then I would say to the train, oh well, goodness, the speed is so wonderful. I think you should stick to your speed. Don't worry about the nibble thing. That's not your wheelhouse. You do you, my friend. And something. I think you're going so fast that unless you start braking now, we are just going to slam into salvation and poof, everybody dead, and you lose your train body. So I think you have to put on the brake now so that you will slow. By the time we get there, you will be able to stop safely.
Oh, I don't think that's right at all. I have awesome brakes. Watch this.
Oh, no.
So, deceleration is going to make it difficult to hold on to a grouchy gnome.
Good.
So I would just like another roll.
Great. How does athletics sound?
Athletics sounds like a great option.
Marvelous. How is a 16 for you?
A 16 is the number that I have on my die, but I fear I have a bonus. So I am going to wiggle out of your grasp in the midst of this sudden deceleration. Now, I also think that Holler, who is nearby, can make a grab at Bivamar, but I think you're still connecting.
Yeah, no, I have a job to do.
Okay.
I'm holding this train together.
All right. I don't know what Bivamar is gonna try to do, though. Like, I think he wiggles out of your grasp, and then he sees that things are really bad, and just grabs the train.
All right.
Yeah.
I also think that Holler is in a little bit of a risk of getting crushed.
Okay.
Because we've got this sudden deceleration, and the boxcar is just going to slam into the helm. So I feel like maybe this is not the time for you to be holding them together. Maybe this is when you dexterously save yourself from getting smushed by a boxcar that's still moving really quickly. You don't have to.
Yeah. It's like I'm holding the coupling. Anyways. I would probably try to stop the car from smashing into the helm.
Okay, I think that's just going to be a straight-up strength check.
All right.
Do you have any sort of proficiency with train car non-smashing things?
I have vehicle land?
Yes, that is a proficiency.
Yes.
Strength plus proficiency.
Okay. 17.
Great. Lovely. And Marcel, you are inside the control area of the helm, speaking to Snitch. I think that you are going to be subject to this massive deceleration, but I don't think you're in any particular risk.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you were wrong in that. No.
Okay. And I think she's like, there, see? I'm great at braking. Let's go again. And I think what this has done is you're going to get safely past the second of the 3 conductor stones that you have modified.
Well, good. But there's a third one, isn't there?
I mean, you guys did 3.
We did, yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say here, Eddie.
We did. Yes.
We certainly did.
We did.
I just want to be clear that Holler is unaware of this sabotage. Totally doesn't understand what happened at all.
This wasn't sabotage. This was preparation that just happened to work against us. It's
This
de-preparation.
would have been really exciting if you'd been going at high speed with a burning boxcar having a fight on top of the train.
Right?
I just want to put that out there. You guys were just really good at this, and my dice were bad, so...
Could have
That's what we
happened.
did.
Today
We
could have been
put
our
that
day.
out there.
All right, so Snitch starts accelerating again, unless you tell her not to.
Oh, maybe we could try that. Hey, Snitch! Perhaps not go as fast this time?
Okay, I want an amazing persuasion roll, please,
Okay.
Marcel.
And you
I don't
got that
know.
bardic
We
inspiration.
never asked if they could just not go as fast. We never said, "Hey, Snitch, maybe just don't go as fast. Maybe this will work." Who knows? He said, his voice getting higher and higher.
I'm pretty sure like Patches was screaming something about that the first time we rode the train, but yeah.
That's true. Okay, so a persuasion check. What is my persuasion? Is +3? Who knows? Let's see. That's an 11 plus 3 is 14.
Do you still have
You
inspiration?
can use your bardic inspiration.
Oh, bardic inspiration. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Plus 6, isn't it?
+6. Okay. 14 plus 2 is... What is that? I forgot what the other number was.
14 plus 2 is
Plus
16.
2 is 16.
Okay, well, 16 is good. So she's going to be like, well, can we compromise? Can I go a little bit fast? And I feel like you can, ease her past the third stone
Mm-hmm.
and, then let her go as quickly as she likes
Mm-hmm.
until you get to the Tail of Flowers. Because you guys are stopping to pick up Channa. Because
Right.
Channa wants to be with you when the X-17 arrives in Salvation.
Yep.
And this was not something that really thrilled Snitch. Snitch is like, we can make a really brief stop, and then I'm going.
Sure. Well, with that, and Marcel says, "That sounds excellent. What a wonder! That would be so good. I would take it as a personal favor. Thank you so much."
Okay. So, all that leaves is for us to get back to the Tail of Flowers. Now, when we last saw the Tail of Flowers, you had been cleaning it up, and Mistress Goodpot had been dragging the undead corpses out of the pit, and the foliage outside was in a little bit of a tangle, but it wasn't so bad. And there had been some digging done on top of your hill. But what there was a decided absence of big spiky bolts that were stuck into the side as though from some siege engines. So you would notice those probably fairly early on after Snitch comes to a stop outside. And so, all right, you said that you, between sessions, you paid for the guard room and you hired Garth as a guard.
Yes.
And I've been going back and forth with him on trying to come up with improvements to, drive business for the inn, so we installed the bathhouse.
All right. So
I don't know how he figures putting these siege weapon bolts in the side of the wall will help, but maybe this is Garth's thing.
all right. Well, because you actually put in the guard room and hired a guard, Garth was able to take out two of the attackers before they kidnapped Channa and ran off. And Mistress Goodpot has been tending to Garth, because the other thing that hiring a guard did for you is she was just completely safe. So she has been making him a bunch of food. Now, you do have a couple of prisoners to interrogate. Basically, Garth has taken care of some of that. He's really irritated. His foot only just healed from having been shot. and it got hurt again in this attack.
Oh, were they trying to interrogate him too?
No, but he's been interrogating them.
Oh.
So he sees you guys coming, and he looks at Hall, and he's like, Boss!
Hey, guys!
So there were some attackers, and I have a couple of them, and they're very sad because I kind of made them sad, and they want to be with their friends, but I haven't let them see their friends because I thought you should see them first. So what I did was I decided to not let them go back with their friends. I also asked them some questions, and it's kind of interesting because one of them doesn't eat meat. And so I've been thinking, for taking care of our prisoners, we could either do a two menu system, or we could just not feed either of them meat. So I've been talking about it with Mistress Goodpot, and she would prefer not to have to do multiple recipes.
But expanding our menu could be
Where's
a big
Chana?
draw.
She got kidnapped. That's true. It could be like helping the inn.
Yeah.
Marcel, do you want to jump in here? I'm always the one to do
I'm
that.
not sure about these bolts you stuck in the wall.
Oh, that was them. I can take those out later if you
Anytime,
like.
Marcel.
Yes, please.
Wait. I see you have 2 prisoners, and you are keeping them somewhere. Where are you keeping them?
We have a train to catch.
Yes.
I put them in the spike pit.
Excellent.
Was that wrong?
How quickly did you put them in the spike pit? At velocity, or did you lower them down?
Not as quickly as I wanted to. I had to be able to still ask them questions.
Right.
Very
Good.
reasonable. Good
I'm open
solution.
the spike pit.
None of the rooms are assigned to prisoners.
So there is a human and an elf in there. They see the Warforged and they're like, "Oh, great! Help!"
What level of impalement are they?
Not very impaled, but they've clearly been beat up by someone who has a sword.
Good. Yes, good. So they're like, oh, good, help. Just close it right on them. Well, there's a lot going on, but
Excellent.
we need to go, or this train's going to leave without us.
Yeah,
Everybody on board.
So,
What?
you're gonna need Chana for when you go into salvation. So what you can do is you can get Snitch to drop the X-17 off at the warehouse because she's not waiting.
Yep.
And then you can grab Chana and make your way back to salvation.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Now that sounds tricky, but the other thing is that when they were talking to Garth, he was working out all the menu stuff, and they mentioned where they're from, and it wasn't a lot of great information, but Patches knows where it is because he followed Bivamar there before.
Okay.
Also, you have Bivamar as a prisoner.
We do.
So, what I think we should do is, now that you know where Chana is, and you've got Snitch to drop off the X-17, we should end the game here, and you guys can figure out what kind of questions you want to ask. And I feel like interrogation is not exciting streaming stuff because you need to
Yeah.
think about your questions.
I'm just gonna be like, which one of you doesn't eat meat? Like it's
Right.
It's,
So
tedious.
So you can think about the questions, and anything that's exciting we can do at the beginning of next session, rather than having you guys just sit here right now trying to come up with stuff. Unless someone has a different request. Jacob? You look unhappy.
I'm not unhappy. I am slightly offended. I think our last interrogation was quite exciting. Thank you very much.
That's actually a very good point.
I'm not going to say who got shot in the foot.
We got a new employee.
We did. Garth the many-limbed.
All right. So rather than say maybe it's not very exciting to watch your interrogations, maybe I should say that exciting interrogations are not always the type of interrogations that give you the type of information that I need in order to advance the plot.
That's fair.
All right.
Fair.
So let's call it here. Chen has been kidnapped. You need to figure out where she is, and you have ways of doing that.
Yes.
So, thank you for watching Dice Friends. This has been episode 5 of Best of Intentions. This episode, like everything we do, has been brought to you by you. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun, or on YouTube by joining as a member of the Loading Ready Run channel. I am Dale Friesen. I'm a gamer and an actor and an opera singer, and you can find me on Twitter at Dale E. Friesen. Jacob, what do you do and where can people find you?
My name is Jacob Burgess. I am an actor. I am a writer for video games and tabletop. I am also the director of operations for Yizbert Games, an independent game publisher. You can find me online at Jacob Burgess VO, or check out my website, which is makewordshappen.com. Also, I encourage you to check out during PAX Online, which is September 12th through the 20th. We are going to have a demo for our new game, No Place for Bravery.
Great. Corey, who are you and where can people find you?
I'm Coriander Dickinson. You can find me here at Loading Ready Run, probably tomorrow, with Talking Sim, Pathologic 2, it's not cursed at all, and on Twitter at Absolar if you have questions directly for me.
Great. Andy, your turn.
My name is Andrew Camden, and I have a body of an aardvark from the waist down. Now, there's no way to disprove or prove this unless you go to andrewcamden.com, and there are pictures of me. You can see toe to tip of what my body looks like. There are pictures on there, family-friendly pictures of my entire body at andrewcamden.com. You're free to go there and see for yourself.
Great. Thank you very much. Next week, 1 week from today, there is a conflict and we will not have Dice Friends, but 2 weeks from today, please join us for episode 6 of Best of Intentions.